the validity of Places of Worship Act, you know, how is that going to be upheld here? Because then it is going to become precedent for all future cases like this one. And also, what next for the Muslim side here, Ashok?
Well, I'll take your second question first, that what next for the Muslim side. Now, as far as the Muslim side is concerned, they have one more appeal left. They can go to the Supreme Court, not just go. In fact, I had a word with one of the advocates for the Muslim side, the Masjid Committee side, senior advocate Huzaifa Ahmadi, and he said to me that the Masjid Committee is going to file an appeal against the Allahabad High Court order, and they're going to come to the Supreme Court. So what I expect is that by tomorrow morning, this matter will be mentioned in the Supreme Court, where the Muslim side will still try to again persuade the Supreme Court that there should be a stay of the ASI survey as long as larger or bigger legal issues are not decided. Now, coming to your first question, what is the bigger legal issue here? The bigger legal issue here is the Places of Worship Act. Now, Places of Worship Act was enacted in 1991, and the Places of Worship Act said that any religious structure in whatsoever form as it existed on 15th of August 1947, its character will not be changed. So here what we are talking about is Gyanvapi Mosque. On 15th August 1947, it was a mosque which existed there. Now, if any attempt is made, even by trying to put out a case that this particular mosque has been built on a pre-existing temple structure, is it permissible in law? The answer under the Places of Worship Act is no. But this question has never been decided by the Supreme Court of India. So it will be interesting to see how this legal question is decided in this particular case by the Supreme Court of India. The second thing here is that what kind of messaging is actually going to the minority community, because what is happening is that it will have a ripple effect. If this particular thing goes on, it happens, it will have a ripple effect on other temples or other places of worship.
Right.
Okay. The other thing here is that this particular application which has been filed in the District Court of Varanasi is by 5 Hindu women seeking the right to worship at the mosque site, because they are saying that look here, we used to have temples and images of our gods and goddesses, and it still exists, and considering that, you should allow us the right to worship here, to carry out prayers. But so far nobody has said that this particular mosque should make way for a temple. Now that is where the interesting bit will come in. That is where the Places of Worship Act and these orders by the Allahabad High Court and the District Court will come into play, and for reconsideration of the Supreme Court of India.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it is going to be beautiful imagery to look at, half a community, offering their namaz and the other one, conducting their puja. But I'm just saying, if the Chief Minister is saying कि दीवारें चिल्ला चिल्ला के कह रही हैं कि यहाँ पर एक मंदिर है, but we have the Places of Worship Act already in place. ऐसी तो कोई बाधा नहीं है. That act can be overruled. It can be, that obstacle can be passed. It's not like it's a set rule.
No. See, when you have a law which has been enacted by the Parliament, you have to comply with that law. You just can't say that taking into account the wishes of the majority community or the sentiments, religious sentiments of a majority community, this particular enactment or the play or implementation of the law can be put on hold. No, it can't happen. You have to follow the law. The law is a law, and its implementation will be same for all citizens of the country, all religious communities that exist in this country.
कानून के हाथों के बारे में क्या कहते हैं ये तो सबको पता ही है. In any case, Ashok, many thanks for joining me here in the studio.